Good morning. Looks a little dark out, doesn't it? Not quite as bright as we're used to in the summertime. But it is the 1st of December, and first thing we need to do, we need to haul away oats. So as you'll remember, we had a nice harvest of oats, 104, almost 105,000 liters of oats. So I did a little checking on the markets, and it looks like December is traditionally the second highest time. So originally when I checked a few months ago, December was paying the highest price, but it looks like now it's January. So I don't know if I want to run that risk because it's kind of at a nice high spot right now, and I feel like that is probably our best bet. Now the best place to drop it right now is the animal dealer, and to help us out, we are going to be using our dump truck. So there we see it, our dump truck right here, and we'll be filling this thing up. Should probably wash it, but we don't have time for that. But this would take many trips, and you know what, we don't have time for many trips. We have an episode to make. So looky here, I got us a pup. So this belongs with that dump truck. It is part of the set. And those are some tiny hoses. That's actually hilarious. But without further ado, let's jump right into things here and get this old truck started up. Now if we're going to want to extract all of our grain from out of this bin, we can't use this yellow auger. No sir. That will not work. What we need is our red auger to go beneath this chute here. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to grab the red auger, and it should be in the shed over there, and we'll bring it on over to the bin and set it up. Goodness me, this thing cruises slow. 5 clicks an hour. I'm pretty sure that is a hitch that I'm seeing. We could probably hook up a tractor to it and push it. Probably a lot faster. Oh well. We'll get there eventually.
2 hours later.
And there it is. Look at that. What a nice unit. Let's open up that tarp as well as that one. And we can start to unload. Oh no. Stop unloading, and let's see if we can't change that. There we are. We want the whole door. There's no sense in doing a little bit at a time. We're not trying to dump into a auger of any kind. So now to get to the dump truck, we just need to back up far enough. We get onto that square, and we should be good. Just like so. Once again, what is with this chute? I guess because I was using the auger last. Very good. Look at that. We are making some good money here. Well, off we go for a second load. We'll see what our harvest is at the end of the day. Hauling these oats out like this, it reminds me of an old Stompin' Tom song about hauling potatoes. I was singing there something about, with another big load of potatoes. Yeah, he gets right carried away with it. He's having a lot of fun with his song. But it's true, you know. People do get all excited about bringing crops in, me included. I mean, what's not to love, right? Finally get to see the fruits of your labor and see what kind of money you can make. I think we're going to reach 1 million. Look at that. 47,110. That is impressive. Now I noticed that the pup trailer and my dump box are exactly the same capacity, so that's really cool. I like that. Yeah, look, we just cracked 1 million. Isn't that something? We haven't had 1 million in a long time. But you know what that means? We can either buy more fields, or we can buy more equipment. Which one is it going to be? I guess we gotta wait till spring to find out, don't we? We definitely need some equipment. Some of our stuff is getting a little tiny for us. So we could definitely use more equipment. And you can see I bought myself this nice pup trailer here, so obviously, you know, we're growing. So, but we could also use a bit more land. That is also very true. We'll have to see. I'll have to play the market a little bit, see what's going on in there. Well, now there's the final load. Not even 24,000. I split it between the truck and the trailer just to help equal the weight out a little bit. The truck's probably got 12,000 and change, and then the trailer about 11, something like that. Just enough so that the truck had lots of grip. Because, you know, we're in December. It could snow any second now. Gotta keep that traction. That's what it's all about. Well, at least if you're Canadian. Or at least most Canadians, I should say. We know what it's all about, having that traction. Very, very important. There's the final tally. So why don't we go to our finance page and have us a little look, see what our final results were for our harvest. We will go... Come further. Yes, there we are. Now, you can see my trailer was $26,000, but our harvest so far brought us $242,700. That is not bad at all. So our net gain this year's or this month so far is $216,718. I think that's pretty good. Why don't we just bring the truck on back? We'll get her washed and let's see if we can do a little shopping. I mean, after all this money, it'd kind of be wrong not to do a little shopping, right? Looks like the truck is all done. So, why don't we take a little look and see what we have. Now, as far as land goes, I know I'm going to need a lot more than 1 million in order to buy any kind of substantial land. So let me show you what I mean. We can see we've got 17, we've got 22, 25, 26, and 1. So I guess 24 would be an excellent field to buy, as well as 21. Now, if we do 21, it is valued at 278,000. But if we do 24, that's at 674,000. So that is quite substantial. Now, if we want another big field, 1.3 million. We don't have enough money as is. That is not cool. If we wanted field 6, 899,000. So you get the gist. There's a fair bit of money at play here. Field 20, 776,000. So if we were to buy another piece of land, it would probably have to be 21, I would assume. But the thing is, if we don't get more land, we won't get more crops unless we're able to help other farmers harvest, and I have to be a little more careful that I don't fast forward time so quickly and instead, you know, see when more people need me to help harvest. So I'm not sure. Do we really want to buy land, or do we want to keep helping people out? Now there's also some smaller fields. We have field 12 here at the bottom, worth 755. Ouch. 9 is probably the smallest one here. 757. So these are all rather large chunks. And I would love to take up this entire section here up on the north side just because it's all kind of close to home, as well as taking field 1. But I don't know if that is the proper thing to do right now. So maybe we hold back on buying land until we've sold a little more grains. That might have to happen in year 3, since we're in year 2 right now, hence why this is called chapter 2. But another thing we need to do, we need to see what we all own, what we need, and what we don't need anymore. Small tractors, we have our T6 as well as our 7810. I think we pretty well feel good about those. Not sure we want to change much. We'll see. The large tractors, we have our 8770. We really like that thing. Trucks, well, it's just the dump truck. Harvester, we just have our combine. Not a very expensive combine, mind you. I could definitely afford another one at this point. So that might be something that we could get into. This pickup truck, that's one of those that it hasn't really been doing much. So it might be time to let it go. Seeing as, you know, we rarely use it. It has probably the lowest hours of any of my equipment. So maybe we'll have to see if we can get rid of it. Here we have our grain pup trailer that we just bought. And yeah, it works really well. Obviously our seed tenders we would like to keep. Mowers, yeah, no, they've been doing their thing really well. I don't see why we need change. Fertilizer spreader. Roller, we don't need that. We can definitely sell that. Seeder. This is another one where we might, if we upgrade our tractor, we can upgrade our seeder. But I'm not sure if we're not going to go any bigger on our fields, then we don't really need a bigger seeder. So, not sure where we sit there. We did buy this new cultivator here, and we are very happy with that. It has been working wonderfully, even though it says requires 180 horse and our T6 is not there. It has been working great with the T6. We see the corn header we just purchased this year with 1.5 hours, as well as our Verifeed 28 foot reel header, and it's got 5.2 hours, so it's definitely done some work for us this year. Don't see why we need to change it unless we get a different combine, and then therefore we would get a bigger header. Header is fine. We haven't used it much. This rake we definitely want to keep using. Forage wagon. Now here's one that has 0 hours and 0 minutes on. It's been parked for the whole year. I think this one is going to have to go. Baler, we're obviously happy with what we have. We put 3 hours on it. Our bale wagon, yes. Bale wrapper, we have used a fair bit. It's been good. And our animal equipment, we haven't really done anything with it, but we do have a plan. So we probably want to keep that. Obviously our augers stay. And we have one weight, which can stay. Our forks and stuff, they can all stay. And we have our quickie loader, which obviously needs to stay too. So I think we have a few things we need to sell. So why don't we get on to doing a little bit of selling then. On the chop block, first off is the forage wagon. No hours on it at all. So yeah, it's not been used. If we need to, we can buy it again, but it's gone. The roller, I think this was given to me from having someone use the map in multiplayer, and therefore I kind of inherited it. Don't use it, don't care to use it. It can go. What else do we have? Yeah, this one is going to be the toughest one. The pickup truck. 1.6 hours, not really doing much. but it's got to go. It just doesn't have the power. We saw it struggle with hay wagons. We saw it struggle with pretty well everything it's been pulling. So unfortunately, it has to go. But don't worry. There will be new trucks. And probably stronger trucks too. And we'll see if we can put a little more use into them. Now as for the tractors, there's a hard one. Because we could definitely do bigger tractors. But should we? So many questions. I'm just looking through all of our equipment that is for sale, and this is the one we currently own. It's valued new at $265 with 374 horse and a 9,300 liter tank or grain bin. Now from this, the next combine, that is a New Holland, we have to go right to the end, and that's a 700 horse with 14,500 liter grain bin. So obviously we cannot make that jump. That is just ridiculous. But there is no other there's just no other New Holland combine. So where do we go from here? Do we buy a John Deere? I kind of don't want to. Like it doesn't feel right. I wish there were more modded combines, but there just aren't. Like the TL or TX32 is out, but that's even smaller. If we're going to do more harvesting, we might have to just buy a second combine. But maybe that's another argument for another day. I don't know if I'm ready to go to that point yet. Yes. Auger wagons. Now this one has been a doozy. We've been using a very small one, and I don't even have it here in the mod list right now, but I'm thinking for next year we want to use this one here. So this one is a fair bit bigger, but it's not overwhelmingly big. Like, you know, it's no mother bin or huge like these Elmers or Demcos, because I don't need that huge, and even this thing is way too huge. So I'm thinking maybe going with this one here, which is good for 150 horse, so my T6 can still pull it. We'll see, I guess. Well, I moved time forward to December 2nd, or this, I guess, yeah, second week or whatever, and would you look at that, it's snowing. Fantastic. I love that. That is just great. There's still not much to do on the farm, I don't think. I don't even think there's much in the way of missions, to be honest. Yeah, don't tell me that people are trying to hire me to do any kind of work when it's snowing in. No, contracts is empty. No animals, no production chains, nothing. So, looks like all that's left to do is hibernate, right? That's all we can do. So we'll let it keep snowing, and we're gonna go back to sleep, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hey, hey! It's December 3rd. Look at all the snow on the ground. Fantastic. Do I make footprints when I walk? No? That's a shame. It's a real shame. But it is kind of cool. I like it. My dog's out enjoying the snow from the look of things. How you liking that, bud? Pretty sweet, eh? I'm sure you like it. See? Just like that. He loves it. Anyway, there's not much to do here on the farm. Again, I don't think there's any contracts. Nobody needs any work done. But it does seem to be a little bit brighter now. Interesting. The beginning of December was very, very dark. So, we'll fall asleep again. and see what happens next. Look at that. And we're going to have a look at that calendar. Looks like it's oats and sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beets, sugarcane, cotton, and grapes, olives, and the rest you all know. And as far as contracts, there's nothing available. But that's where we're going to leave it, because this is the start of a new year. And with a new year comes a new chapter. So we need to close a chapter if we want to start a new one, don't we? So what can we expect for our next season or chapter? Well, there might be a new tractor in the lineup. Maybe. There might be a new combine. We'll see. A new truck? Possibly. Anything else? I guess we'll see. Right on, guys. Thank you very much for watching and for putting up with me and my goofy little rhymes and weirdness. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, leave a like, leave a comment, but most importantly, subscribe. Let YouTube know that you like my stuff and that you want to see more of it. That way YouTube can send you a notification the next time that I make a new video, because I know you guys want that. Look at all that green grass, and my flowers are blooming. Awesome. See you later, guys.